Pretty obvious where my tent was. Good morning and welcome to day 37 of the Namparang trail. Yesterday was a great day, I enjoyed it. Hilly. Went up into the hills on a mountain road, which is lovely. Quite a few hikers out and about. Dropped back down again and then into a section of dirt road in the mountains, which is lovely. Had to do a slight detour around a closed part and went through a town, had a nice dinner, burger, and then back to up into the hills, which is lovely. And I camped right up on top of the hills. And last night it rained. It wasn't forecast to rain, but it was a pretty decent rain. And it rained probably 4 hours before I went to sleep, and then it was still raining when I went to sleep. Must have stopped sometime in the night. My tent still wasn't saturated, but it still had quite a bit of water on it, and pollen. All the pollen had washed down from the trees, so my tent was in streaks of yellow, so I had to give that a bit of a wash off before I packed it up this morning. Today I finish off the rest of course 36. I've got another 15 kilometres to go, and most of it is in the forest, so mainly staying high for a little bit, then drop down into a town, back up and over again, down into a little town. Then I'm crossing across the 3 bridges and leaving Namparang Island, and then the next the end of course is at the end of the bridges, and then I've got a 12.5k difficult section, and it's basically doing a big loop coming back to almost the same spot, but up and around a mountain, and then there's a shorter 10k easy section after that. Then that'll take me through quite a big city, and then we'll see how we go. Right. The rain seems to have gone away. It is cloudy though, so who knows what it's going to do today. Guy up there, he's using a golf club, a putting club as his walking pole. But he spoke a little English, so he's getting a big ego. He's telling me I was amazing doing this by myself, but he is pretty amazing. So he's climbing up this big hill. He's 83 and he climbed McKinley in Alaska, which is a pretty impressive feat. So he's neat. Yeah, he just couldn't get over the fact that I was doing this by myself. He's very encouraging though. It wasn't woman shouldn't do it. It was, good on you. Lovely guy. Right. See this yellow here? That is the pollen that's coming off the trees, and that's what was on my tent. Going over the main road. Right. Connecting up to another road, 13.8 kilometres, let's just say. It's just a warning, this is a forest road and to take care, and could be dangerous. Oh wow, I love things like that with the sun streaming through the trees. Woohoo! The sun was really orange this morning. Started climbing again. It's getting a bit misty up here. Assuming this is a shrine. The amount of pollen. All that yellow is pollen from the pine trees. It started raining. Very, very light. I'm just going to wait it out unless it gets heavier. I think we're just about at the top of this hill, switching over. I'm not sure if that means it's steep or we're actually switching over. That rain seems to have eased off again. And I think we're dropping down to a little village before climbing back up again. Just switched over to my rain hat. Checked the temperature at 13 degrees. I got a bit confused. Came out on the road, the arrow's pointing the wrong way, going uphill. But it's just so that we can go over to here and then use the country road, small road, to get back down. Another beautiful temple. This one's got paintings on the side of it, which is pretty cool. It's got speakers going. I assumed it was a temple. Beautiful out there, beautiful and calm. The reflections, not a lot of sun. It started spitting again. It's just really light spitting. Bakery cafe, bakery cafe. Closed. Alright, on the main road, but not for very long. Alright, and now I start climbing. Go back up to the top of the hill and down the other side. This road's a little more direct than the other one. Straight up. Pretty steep too. It was quite quick to reach the top because it was so steep. Alright, 7.8 kilometres to the end of the course. So dropping down to a village. I then stay down for a little while, getting over to the bridge. Didn't end up going downhill for very long. We took a side track, so now we're going along the side of the hill. Still dropping, but very, very gently, which I'm pretty happy about. I'd much rather go steep uphill and then gentle downhill. Cafe is a ship. We had little fish in there. They've all gone away now they saw me. Alright, I am back down at sea level. Walk along this road for a while. Just to be clear, and the sun is trying to come out, and I actually have some blue sky up there as well. So I've put my taken off my rain hat, put my sun hat back on, sunscreen on, ready to go. Right, leaving the coast, heading inland. I don't think that trailer's moved for a while. The trail just came up a little bit. I think it's sort of almost cut a corner. Alright, oh, sign. There's a detour somewhere. I'm just going to follow the signs. 5k to the end of the course. Ground in there, back down at water level. And we've climbed away from the ocean again. And on this road for 900 metres. These signs are good. You know how long you're on the road for. And off the main road. A little bit more climbing, and then we're dropping down to the very end of the island and onto the bridge. Not sure why there's a windmill blade on the hotel, but anyway, there's obviously where all the fancy hotels are along here. Got this fancy hotel here, and then right in front of it is this junk. Seems a bit weird. It looks like another motel still under construction. Not motel, hotel. A bit fancier than a motel. Yeah, dirt trail. Heading down. Yay! Back in the forest, it's starting to get pretty hot, especially as I was climbing that hill. Ooh. And nice breeze as well. Oh, lovely. Brightly coloured flying thing. Keep thinking there can't be any more hills. And then there's another hill, but we've run an island now. That's the bridge, so unless we're going up there, we're now going downhill. A little bit of trail now. So now we're just heading along, getting onto the bridge. And the last stairs to get up. This is not the end of course. We've still got a little bit, we've got to get over the two courses. However, it is good to show that we've actually got 3 bridges. 1, 2, 3. In fact, it might be 4 because we're hopping through the islands. But yeah, I think it's 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 bridges. Alright. Alright, over this bridge. It's bright. That looks like a Ferris wheel up ahead and a gondola. Alright, bridge 1 done, island 1. Oh, the lady doing the Namparang trail. She looks my age, which means she's probably 60, given how much younger Koreans look from their actual ages. Looks a relatively plain bridge that does have red highlights. And then there's 2 more behind it. Yep, that is an amusement park and a gondola. 2, I was just laughing at the tent down there on the concrete by the caravan. From the end of the bridge, I'm actually going around and then up into the hills and then coming back down through the hills to get back to there before I continue heading east. It's a fake zoo with fake animals. The hippo. Just at the end of the building there's dinosaur. Alright, bridge number 3. And then that's the final bridge. On the little island. It's interesting that gondolas go up the hill as well. Right, crossing over, bridge number 4. Someone forgot to turn the lights out. That gondola, it's a very long bit of gondola. Something big is about to happen. It looks like a big concert. Big concert, but also dining as well. Convenience store just in here. A couple of hours too late, all these market stalls been set up. I'm sure there's some interesting food in them. Ooh, look at that. All the spikes on it. Definitely make it hard to board the ship. Giant drum and sunshine. You can't see it because of the cars are in the way. Oh, light starting to rain again. And bridges, gondolas, bridges, floating igloos. Not sure what they're about. There are a whole lot of security guards all around the tables and that. They're looking very confused what to do with me just blundering through with no obvious purpose. Hello, horse. Okay, random horse statue. Right, we are going on this little bridge, 300 meters worth of little bridge. Oh, that's a better view of everything. All the seabirds along there. Sarchon, and that's pretty cool. This is a big mural. Need to be a bit taller to really appreciate it. And yeah, this interesting sculpture. A tale about the 2 dragons that lived here and they weren't able to ascend to heaven, and then one of them and it's, I think one is the islands and one is the hill behind, and then one managed to ascend and was trying to lift the other up and they dropped, so they both dropped and couldn't ascend. And then there was a guy that heard the story and he tried to ascend and had a bath to purify himself but fell asleep and didn't ascend. And so yeah, alright, this actually goes all the way down to the water. With all the crowds, I missed the course changeover sign. So course 36, course 36 is finished. Course 35 is 12.2 kilometers, 4 hours 30, and rating difficult because it's climbing up the hill and there's a possibility of trail as well. The artwork all the way along here, so you sit on the picnic bench and look at the artwork. There's swinging benches. That's a good idea. Look at that, we are back on our own trail, not sharing it anymore. And that's it for footpath. And back to footpath again. I'm assuming Popo and Duri are the mascots for Sashon. It's the harbour. Town's got a few little pokey little shops and restaurants, but nothing that's open for this time of day. It's just before 11, but there is a convenience store on a few hundred meters, basically before we leave the ocean. It's an acrobatic circus in there. There's a show going on at the moment, the music's going. Off trail for an early lunch. Nice mural. Oh hi, that was good. Had a burger, banana milk, got a gimp up for later, and then topped up with electrolytes and water. So full load of water, but I'm going up into the hills, and now that the sun is out it's pretty hot, so I'm going to go through a lot of water I think. And it's very hard to find 1 litre bottles of water, so I had to get a, it was a 2 litre bottle of water, but I refilled my water bottles and then I washed out my tent cloth, which is full of pollen. The water coming out was yellow from all of the pollen, so that sits in my back pocket so it dries off. So when I put my tent up tonight I can just dry off the floor if any water's got seeped through. It's pretty in here. Alright, little bit more along and then start climbing up. And climbing up there. Oh, with the full back. Really narrow pathways. Oh, that's quite cool. A cute little garden. It's quite steep. Alright, long here, not for long, then we'll start climbing. I guess this guy is endorsing this cafe, or owns it, one of the two. This is the way I'm walking. I've probably been off the Namparang trails. The marking isn't as good anymore. That trail is very, very well marked. Now I've been having to look quite closely to see the markers. This is a crematorium funeral home. This is a natural burial area. Oh, wow. Unfortunately there's a funeral going on, so I need to try and discreetly get past. Mountain bike trails, 5k of mountain bike trails. Alright, oh, into the shade. It's so hot. Climbing up that hill in the heat. Oh, and there's an observatory in 5k. Not sure if we go all the way up to it. % grade. These signs are weird. 250 metres, 320. I think they're all the photo points. It's pretty that way, sort of industrial and farmlandish. Big long bridge. Then it starts getting pretty again. The trees. Gain a bit of height. Hey, another pretty butterfly. It's a little windy. It's struggling at times. That plant is swaying side to side. That's cool. Paragliding, not the way I'm going. I continue climbing. Ooh, it looks like I'm going down now. It's nice, we're climbing again, but all I can see now is forest. Even across the valley, forest. These look like much older style machines. Bench press, done in a way that you can't take it away. Oh, that's cool. Neat. Still climbing. That motorbike looks like it just goes down the road as opposed to on any tracks. Alright, there's this big, very confusing map, but basically heading this way, and we're going to go underneath where the gondola goes, crisscrossing, and it looks like we're on trail. Woohoo! That's the high point. Oh, observation platform up there. That's cool. Alright, yeah, panorama time. So that is Namparang Island. And I went round most of it. And then that's the city of Sunshine Miam. It is a thermal power plant. And I'll be heading that way on the mainland for a little bit, and then this way, big hills, and then looking back the far side of the hill, the views I had before. You can just make out that long bridge just over there. Alright, that is pretty cool. These are very impressive. So over there's a little white van on the corner. I can make out the name of the boats along there. They are powerful. Alright, now I'm not looking forward to the downhill, but hopefully it's on trail. Fortunately it's boardwalk and stairs, because I think this goes to the gondola station so people can come to this viewpoint. Oh, thank goodness we're down off those stairs and it looks like trail. Woohoo. No markers, but I just checked the map, and more stairs. We're heading up to that viewpoint up there. Cable car station just down there. Might as well go to the highest point while I'm here. Here we go, 408 metres. This is the beacon signal station. Used for long distance communication, military purposes, informing the central government of enemy movement around the border by releasing beacon fire or smoke. It's recently restored. and another panorama. That's quite cool. Star constellations. Now I have to head all the way down as I cross over the station a little bit. And it's going down pretty quickly, pretty directly. Oh, this is lovely. Not quite so steep, just for a little bit. These look like old fort walls. All the way down, wow. Keep going and going and going. So it is a fort, and this was a watchtower here. The Gaksan fortress. I didn't say how old the fortress was. The beacons were used until the late 19th century. So I just came through there. I'm here at the moment, and that's the watchtower, and yeah, all these walls still there. It's pretty cool. They have been rebuilt. They weren't in quite as good a state. It's a pretty fancy watchtower. Wow. Building it the first time is pretty tough, and reconstruction, you know, that's a lot of rock in there. Alright, heading down and zigzag to get down. So, not quite as rocky. Down some steps and out onto a road. Good, we're not going on the road, we are continuing down. Be better without the steps. 119 if I'm in trouble. Fortunately, we're off the beautiful trail onto a concrete road now. Dropping. Hello, slug. It's another temple, huge statue. Love the little deer down there. Not sure if they're part of the story. And yeah, that's a temple in there. A lot more statues along here. Right, nearly down. These are all the flags advertising the temple. There's the end of the bridge, so my loop is complete. And heading this way. Hey, and that is the end of section 5. That was fun. Lots of roads, and then trail, and then road. So yeah, I quite enjoyed that one. So course 34 is 10.2 kilometers, estimated time 4 hours, and grade of easy. Pretty much it's just taking me through the city. Alright, we have dropped all the way down to the port, the lighthouse, and right, along the port for quite a while, I think. A lot of tour buses. Gonna go and have a look. What are they looking at? It's just a whole lot of big shops selling things in bulk, which isn't very useful for me. Also the bus station in there as well. So anyway, nothing of interest. Moving along. Shops are all selling the same thing. Squid and dried squid and dried fish, nori. Those look like clams or cockles. And lollies, but yeah, as I say, bags are too big. These fish/eel things? Wow, they're really long, but sort of spiky. Dragon eels. It's pretty hard to see. That one keeps looking at me wanting to attack. Wow, those are cool. The anchovy seem to come in different sizes, get bigger. Bigger, and biggest. Something different, we've got a hardware store as well instead. But back to the standard store. So they're all selling it all the way along that big long street. So now you can get fresher fish. Either that or they're just drying them. Hardware shops, beautifully presented, absolutely beautiful. But we're back to another street of the same stuff again. All the way down. I could buy some of the paisley pants and fit in with the country woman. Look at the size of those crabs. Those are a bit bigger than the little weeny ones that have been caught before. This is all the fresh fish. A whole couple of sheds full. This is just one shed. Wrong turn. I have been looking out for markers and then I've lost them. I thought I just went to the port, but no. So, heading back. There's the markers on the bottom. Gracias. Up I go. It's past the Literary Museum and there's this lovely little park up top here. A statue of someone, soldier or admiral. I'm guessing admiral from the Trident, but different from the ones I've seen. These trees are all wrapped up. I wonder if it's lights, fibre optic lights. Right, we're heading right at the very end. This will be the final look at the bridges. So I'm going around the corner and something gets lit up. Oh, there's a statue down there. Statue, guess it gets all lit up. There's lights there. Then lighthouse, lighthouse at the end of each one. Oh, another statue down there. Looks like I'm in Denmark. Statue down there. Some lady sitting, perfect posture. This is Lady Sunshine Po. Basically there was a ferry disaster and an artist wrote a song about it and it became famous and people knew about the disaster, and then that's sort of a semi-memorial to the disaster. Right. Weird looking fake castles. Quite nice going along. Following this main road now on the footpath all the way around to where those trees are. I often show the rubbish around the coastlines and that, but what I haven't shown is how pristine the cities are. Even in these, you know, we're out of the main city now, I'm getting more into residential, but you know, very, very little amount of litter, and when you go, no graffiti anywhere as well, which is quite nice, so it's always tidy. Looks like there's quite a few more apartment blocks going up over there. Right. Turn in, I think. There's no arrow. I see the arrow. There's a port in there, looks like a whole lot of dredges. A bit more commercial now. Looks like a shipyard in there. Port town right next to the clanking of the shipyard. It's noisy. Sculpture, and they've got some toilets here. Now heading out and around a point with some trees beside me. Yes, getting away from the loud clanking, and so I'm here, go all the way down to there and then back this way. It's like a supersized bee, too small for a bumblebee. Doesn't look like a wasp, looks like a type of bee. It's cute. There's toilets there and an observatory here. And up I go. Sort of the same view I've already seen, but I'm here. City, bridges, Namparang, and that's the power station over here. That's it. Back down I go, and down some more stairs. Fishing down there. Camera's really blurry today. Anytime I'm looking at the sun it goes blurry. Interesting stacks on the power station. These paths, they look pretty, but they're not very practical because they're quite hard to walk on and they're very hard to maintain because you've got to try and cut the grass in between the rocks. Out of the park and now winding down through the little town. We're going along the base underneath the houses. Edge of the cliff. Last stairs, we go around and then there's more boardwalk over there. Go across the top of the beach. Little lighthouse in there. That's a cute lighthouse. Real classic. Alright, going across. Not sure if that looks like it was meant to be a bridge and they stopped. It's not jumping because there's nothing under it. It's a sea cockroach. I don't know what it's called. Lots of people just enjoying walking up and down in the water. Alright. Nami Day. Looks like an important man. Just go for a snack at the convenience store. Oh, it was nice just to get some non-snack food in me. And another banana milk. Love those banana milks. That one was a caramel instead of banana. Right, now we head up through the town and then onto a main road and beside that main road's just down there. I actually came up the hill a little bit more just to get away from the noise and the rubbish, but found a place. I am on a bit of angle. I actually went all the way up to the top trying to find somewhere, but right on the top there's a whole lot more rubbish, so I decided I'd rather have a bit of an angle than where people go. So here we go, cute little tent.